Good afternoon, my dear students. Today we are moving on to the 15th chapter in science, that is air around us. In this chapter, we are dealing with the properties of air, what is the composition of air, what are the components that are included in air, and so on. Okay, so before studying about the components and all, we should know what are the features of air, what is the importance of air. We know that without air we can't survive. No living things can survive without air. Without food and water we can survive according to the person for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, for 1 week, etc. But without air we can't live for 1 minute itself. Okay, that is the importance of air. And can we feel the air which is present in our surrounding? Is there any smell or any color for the air? No, there is no smell or color for the air. But we can feel the presence of air by the movement of air. When the air is moving, we can feel its presence. Right. So that moving air is called wind. The moving air is called what? Wind. Wind is the moving air. And next we know that the air is present all around us. Everywhere we can see the air. In order to prove that, we need to conduct an activity. That activity is to make a pin wheel. You can see the figure 15.2 in your textbook. A pin wheel can be seen. Here you can see a pinwheel. By using paper and stick you can make a pinwheel, and when we move this pinwheel backward and forward, the pinwheel will rotate. Why this pinwheel is rotating? Yes, due to the presence of air. Due to the presence of air, it is rotating. And if there is small breeze present there, then the rotation will be in more speed, right? So we can say that the air is present all around us, or the air is present everywhere. That is the first feature of air. Air is present all around us. Then the second thing is air occupies space, and it is present everywhere. Air occupies. Air need to occupy some space. Air need some space to occupy. In order to prove that, we need to conduct an activity. So this activity you may have done in your own home itself. When you go to bath, you will take a bucket full of water, and with the help of mug you are just dip that mug on the water. So what we can observe, it's difficult to dip the mug on water, and when we just slightly tilt the mug, the water can enter into that, right? So this thing you have already done that. The picture you can see in your textbook. Here is the picture. So in that we need a vessel containing water and a glass. Invert the glass into the dip into the water, and what we can observe, water will not enter into the glass. Why? Because the glass contains air in it, so that the water cannot enter through the glass. When we slightly tilt the glass, what will happen? The air escape from the glass in the form of air bubbles. So the water can enter easily into that. Okay, so this activity proves that air occupies a particular space. Air need space for occupying. Clear? Yes. So next we are moving on to the next topic, that is atmosphere. Atmosphere, our environment or our earth is having a thick layer of air around us, and this blanket of air that surrounds the earth is called atmosphere. What is an atmosphere? Yes, the blanket of air that surrounds the earth is called the atmosphere. And from the earth, the atmosphere extends up to a particular kilometer height. Up to certain kilometer, the air is present, the atmosphere is present. The atmosphere is present up to certain kilometer from the earth's surface. And when we move upward, when we move higher, the amount of air present in the atmosphere will become less. Okay, when we go high, the amount of air present in the atmosphere become very less. So more air is present in here, and when we go to top regions, there the amount of air will be less. And coming to the composition of air, what are the things that is included in air? What are the things present in air? In the earlier times, in the earlier people believed that the air is a single thing that does not contain any other material. But later the scientist Lavoisier found that the air is a mixture of gases. Air is a mixture of gases. And it contains many elements like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, other gases, water vapor and dust particles. All these are present in air. It is a mixture of gases. Who found that? Lavoisier. Okay. And nitrogen is the most abundant element in the air. Abundant means most found a component. That means it is present in higher amount. Nitrogen is present 78%, oxygen is in 21%, carbon dioxide, other gases like neon, argon, etc., water vapor and dust is present, the remaining 1%. So total 100%. In 100% air, 78% is nitrogen, oxygen is 21% is present, carbon dioxide, other gases, water vapor and dust in 1%. And you can see the percentage diagram, composition of air here. Okay, yes. And there is an activity to show that air contains oxygen. Air contains oxygen. In order to prove that, we need two candles. Light these two candles. Take two candles. Light both these candles by using matchbox. Okay, and take one of the glass and place it over the candle. One glass is taken and it is placed on the one of the candle without touching the flame. So what will happen after few time? Yes, after few minutes, the flame which is closed by the glass will be stop burning. Why? Because inside the candle which is closed by the glass, it contains only very few oxygen and which is utilized during burning. For burning, there requires oxygen. So inside the glass there is only few amount present that is being utilized during burning. And if all the oxygen is utilized, no more oxygen will be there and the flame will be stopped. What about the other candle? The flame is continuously burns because the plenty of oxygen is there in the surrounding. There is nothing to close that. Okay, so the air uses this oxygen for its burning. So this is about the air contains oxygen, and the remaining thing we can discuss in our next class. Okay, thank you.